Yeah, we'll see where Sponge is going to go here. As it isn't a jungle lock-in. They're still going to take away the cannon, make sure that they get that one in position. And now PerfecT gets to go towards this Sejuani. I was wondering whether they were going to priority lock that one away, just with the Maokai Band, sort of the only other tank that you can go towards. And so KT, they delve down the tier list, and PerfecT going to lock in the highest thing on the tier list in the jungle. Same thing for BDD in the mid lane, after PerfecT does exactly the same thing.
Really, I think it was Spring.
Ooh, there's
year, where it kept coming in. We'll have to see what goes where. My assumption is it's Zeri mid, and we have the Ezreal in the bot lane. Ezreal. That you are lane swapping towards. So him being able to clear and then maybe cross over to PerfecT's top side could be really big here. And there we see Beryl now making his way over.
Oh, he stole it. Massive.
It's going to be a plate going over to PerfecT here. But as mentioned, Rascal is about to hit free. And
wait, if this dive actually worked, means that he's able to only accelerate this lead even further. So there's that level 6 like you were talking about.
PerfecT knows this. Should know this.
Well, Rascal is still level 4, but that's a very dangerous Sponge. And so PerfecT is just dead, and that is first blood going over to Rascal. That's going to help him out.
And obviously, maybe you don't expect him to hit 6 off of that one. And Rascal, still behind, still not 6, but does now, at least in terms of gold, look a bit better.
Well, Letter is in a little bit of danger here, as Deft is going to get some slows with the Ren. Hold the lead for KT. But it doesn't really matter. Equalizer going to come down as Rascal steps off it. But he still does have that level 6, so can be very pivotal.
Without Equalizer, I think that DRX should feel confident to take this.
Well, still going to be a Glacial Prison connecting here onto Sponge. There's the flash forward. They find the Pop Blossom. Sponge is going to get taken down first, but he does get the ulti out. Still the Teddy's going to get exhausted. That is going to be Rend popped, and Satab solo, the flash forward, and Deft just cleans it up. It's a triple for the Kalista.
Timing was also not ideal, right? Ideally, you'd have him TP in the moment that this happens, but look at PerfecT here, using the vision. I gotta say, I think there was enough time to spell shield that. That could have been the difference maker. And then the TP comes in, but at that point the fight is already lost. Teddy gets exhausted, so him being amidst multiple people just ends up in his death. And then Deft lives his best Kalista life, hopping forward after that flash.
Yep. And there's the round of applause, and I get a little bit caught up in the team fight.
Correct, it's probably going to look better, and now KT, huge gold lead as this Drake fight commences.
Yep, they have an equalizer this time as PerfecT waiting on a flank angle here as Beryl moving on over, wants to find his angle, does have his Pop Blossom back up and available as there's the equalizer, but it steals the Drake! Oh, okay. Well, now Pop Blossom's going to come on through just to try and get rid of this cannon. Rascal going down extremely low, but Beryl is going to pop as well. There goes the Nocturne. Satab's getting chased down by Deft, who is so incredibly fed. Is making his way down the lane, seeing whether he can find Satab. There's a Pop Blossom, and it's going to get a dash.
But the problem is that they know, so this should be a tough one.
Yeah, the equalizer is going to come down. Great positioning here from PerfecT as he does get stunned up and will be taken down, but man.
And it looks like they are. Sponge doesn't have his ultimate right now, and neither does Rascal.
It's going to be hard to get over this wall. He does have the flash available. Beryl is almost just dead. True Shot Barrage to come out and try to take him down. The bottom lane here as Rascal will now have TP advantage.
And this is another example. Sponge not getting spotted on any awards, so PerfecT feels comfortable walking up. As we can see, it's still a rumble, so almost toast Sponge, but Rascal, as soon as he sees his jungler's getting low, invests the ultimate there.
And I think that it's actually kind of smart that the man in the most dangerous, I'm going to have to hold that thought here, as Fleta thinking about going in. Beryl is still extremely squishy, does eat some honey fruit to try and get himself back up to health. Now they've started off this Drake.
We gotta go.
Barrage is going to connect there onto Deft. Paranoia is going to connect, but the Pop Blossom, it finds 2 as well. Sponge is completely out of the fight, but now they dash in. The ulti from Satab is gigantic. And now PerfecT and PerfecT, the last man standing. PerfecT trying to get himself out here. PerfecT is on basically no health, and that is a gorgeous skate in from Satab. That's going to be bounty gold going over to DRX. A triple kill for the Zeri.
In the jungle, fighting PerfecT, but I do want to note, it actually ends up being successful. Initially, I didn't think that was going to be the case because PerfecT immediately goes for an ult on top of himself, and that means that one of the biggest tools isn't there, and then Rascal, with that flash, the follow-up from Satap, ends up being the big difference maker.
And at the same time, I'm pretty sure there was no exhaust on that cannon, and the Fate's Call came in, so even if it was available, I don't think that Beryl could have. And the cannon biding his time for now. Paranoia up and available. We'll see whether it does get used as they take the Rift Scuttler. Pyoshik down to 50%. Fair bit of damage there onto Pletter, as we can see. Now the extender beam's coming in. Rascal going for that flank angle. And Pyoshik, not exactly the target. The exhaust hasn't gone down yet. The equalizer comes in. PerfecT is going to be taken out, but they didn't kill BDD. They didn't kill Def. And KT will punish. This time around, it's not even close. As Teddy, he'll go down in the end, and that is going to be a kill going over to Beryl. That's the ace. That's going to be Soul. It could be Baron. It might even be.
Quite coordinated enough. As we're going to take another look here, the idea, obviously, I like it, but it is a little bit awkward to actually get on top of the members. And look, BDD just Valks out. Deft, Cleanse, Flash, and the combo there, the equalizer, toasting some of the members. And the fact that they get the CC on top of that equalizer ends up being the difference maker. And Teddy, unfortunately, not actually getting all the way over the wall. Ends up making...
I really like how you can take some Mystic shot poke and stuff like that if you want to. As Satap, he's going to get teleported on. That is going to be the ulti to come through. The Paranoia comes down, but Satap, he's going to have to flash over this wall. He's burning, but he isn't going to go down just yet as Beryl's going to transform into Bristle and Sejuani. And Satap doesn't have a lot of ability.
Didn't work. I know they don't have the ultimate to maybe set up another desperate flank. They do have some wards behind, but they just can't use them.
And Deft is a tank now as well. He's got 4 items. One of them is a Wit's End and that Terminus on top.
And BT.
And BT. Like, it's kind of nutty. He said... Starting to really hurt here as the Glacial Prison going to get Arcane shifted out of there by Teddy. That was very good. But now Rascal needs to spend some time on the fountain. He's not going to be there to try and defend this as the Paranoia comes out yet again. Pletter looks for the back line, but he's just going to get burnt to a crisp. And then the snare comes in from Beryl. Rascal can't find anyone with the ulti. It's a double for BDD as the exhaust down on Teddy once again. Make that one a triple. Is this another penta? It's not, because PerfecT is going to take away the 4th one. Sponge is going to deny the kill, and there goes the Nexus.